to start the stream, just so that I can test it out. Apparently we're live. Oh, we're starting soon. Okay, the main camera.
You here for the Beaver?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just waiting for
Yeah. What's your name?
Oh, it's working. Do you want me to check the audio?
That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you
have earphones or something that I can like listen to? Otherwise I'll hear you.
Yeah, I was about to say, she's like, you know what, I just found out one of my friends goes to LSESU. I was like, no way, I think she's on my email.
Yeah. So it was
Megan.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Do you know Cian as well?
Yeah,
we went to school
yeah.
together.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I wasn't there. I was at like,
She was like, don't mention it, she won't remember. I was like, no,
She can hear me.
yeah, she's not anymore.
Oh.
Now she has to cook for herself. She's so on veggie.
I don't know which.
Juicy?
how is she registered?
Which order is it?
My donkey, I had to try that today.
Hey Sophie, how are you?
Busy. Uday, I'll find you during the night with a camera. You're going to be on air.
I really want to be on air. That'd be so awesome. Get my insider feedback.
It is plugged in though.
But it's obviously not. This is like.
Is this bit plugged in now though? Is that turned on? Because I didn't get a mic thing come up on my screen. Like, do you want to use an external mic? Uday, I'll find you during the night with a camera. You're going to be on air. Look. What?
That's your voice.
Audio input. Do you want me to take it out? Yeah, see, when I put it back in, nothing comes up on my iPad screen saying...
It should though, shouldn't it?
It should, even if it wasn't to do with this app, it should come up. I didn't get a mic thing come up on my screen.
In a bit. We'll just have to tell you what sound is. Hi there. Hey, I'm Joe.
Loose TV!
Loose TV.
Oh, you Loose TV.
Fantastic. It's looking good, the website. I was very impressed by it. Have we heard anything about turnout? Have we made turnout versions?
Yeah, see, when I put it back in, nothing comes up on my iPad screen
On the
saying...
website? Oh, I don't know.
It should, even if it wasn't to do with this app, it should come up.
Yet?
Well, on our website, as in how many people look
Yeah,
at it.
that's all. Great.
Oh, yeah, it's less than last year.
Slower than they wanted.
Yeah.
But not that.
Well, considering last year it was 1,000 votes more than the year before, that's not the end of the world.
I think last year was like 2,999.
It's good audio though, but it's annoying because it means that we can't...
That was about in couple 600.
That's not bad.
So it could have, over the last 3-4 hours.
Jumped. Sophie, what do you want me to do, if anything?
On our website, as in how many people look at it. Oh, yeah. We don't need you as such. I mean, if you want to, if you wanted to get involved,
Nice to hear, isn't it?
if you wanted to get involved, I could like.
I'm quite interested in just sort of seeing how you're doing everything, but if I'm just going to get in the way, I'll get pissed.
You won't
Is
get.
this live?
Yeah, this is live.
This is live.
Because
It's
again,
about- it's 30 seconds. Yeah. About 20 seconds later, you'll hear your.
Yeah.
Is this live?
Do you need me to film? Are you just doing a static camera, or are you going to
Well, no,
film
just
any?
look. This is what we have. We have upstairs on the DJ booth is this one.
Okay.
Then we have this. It's my camera.
Which? Oh, your iPad.
iPad.
Yeah.
Now look, if you watch that 30 seconds later, it'll turn to this. So, and I can
Okay.
I could like.
So. Interested in just sort of seeing. But if I'm just going to get in the way, I'll get pissed.
You won't get. Let's hope no one's watching.
Is this actually going out live?
This is live.
Yeah,
It's actually live. And then we'll have a third camera, which is what I'm holding while following Mike, or Mike's holding while I'm interviewing.
If you want me to just be a camera person, I could do that one, right? If you just want someone to be a cameraman, if you guys both want to do interview or whatever.
We have to stick together because we only have one other camera.
Okay. Nice. Right.
Here, or this.
It doesn't matter if you don't need me.
Yeah, we don't
I'm
need you.
interested.
You can stick around though, like
I mean,
halfway,
I'm gonna stick around anyway.
and just come around and say hi because I might actually use you as a camera for when we do the interviews with the winners near the end. Actually,
Basically, just
this
come
is
and
what I
find
need you
me.
for. This is what I need you for. At the end, we're doing GenSec interviews.
Okay.
But Mike's been campaigning for one of the GenSecs.
So can't interview.
So you need to follow me when it'll be about 8:45. I'll be interviewing different camps, but I need someone to hold a camera for me.
Okay.
What's wrong? Huh?
Yeah, because someone is recording this live now.
Take it down.
But you have been. I mean, on the streets. He hates me.
Why? What have you done to Mike?
I know, exist. My
You
existence.
just exist.
I know, my existence.
Am I allowed to get drunk? Or do we need to be sober to do that? Excellent. Mike says yeah. What are these 3 computers for? Is Pulse broadcasting as well?
Hey, 3 people are watching it.
How many?
3 people just got the insider scoop on Mike's live.
Live blogging.
Okay.
One's Pulse.
So
One's,
that's Beaver Pulse loose, basically.
yeah, I mean, this one won't be loose. It's only loose for now while I'm trying to make this out. I know, exist.
I love that 3 people are watching this.
It's hello, 3 people. How are you? Oh, we're live. Sophie, do you want to be live on camera? 3 people are watching it.
I might go get some food then. When does stuff actually start?
7:30. 8 o'clock is when the first announcements.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean this one won't be.
When's GenSec? 11?
No, 10ish.
10ish.
You can watch us and see.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be here.
Do you want me to pick that up?
Anyway, and I might as well hang out for GenSec.
Please do. Sophie, do you want to be live on camera?
Get that last bit. First one didn't be Jay.
You wouldn't have this one should be fairly close.
I think Sam and Nolan's going to be good. Am I allowed to discuss this when we're live? I don't understand.
Oh, you're allowed to be. Yeah, no, we're meant to be. No, I think you're meant to be neutral because voting's still open. For another 10 minutes, you can't discuss it.
Are we going to do like hilarious couch-style interviews?
Yeah,
with
that's
people
what.
in the middle.
I'll show you actually.
Can we be on the panel? Can we be like the commentators?
We've run out of panel space. I'm sorry.
I didn't realise you were legitimately doing a panel. I was just saying, can we just sit near the broadcaster, slightly drunk,
Sin.
going like... I think this is your
Was there another?
Nothing came up on screen.
Nothing came up.
Okay. Is there a way?
What does the thing say?
What does it say?
Their website.
Their website is just that the microphone, the sound will come from the main thing, which is the iPad. Which makes sense, doesn't it?
Which means that we can't input any audio.
Huh?
It means we can't input the audio into here.
You should be able to, as in if we should be able to input audio in that if we overtook the iPad's microphone with that, which is possible, I think it's possible, then it should...
We're moving down.
Is it free?
Is it a free box? Yeah. Yeah, I'm on 5 minutes after I bought my box. Not all this. What? There's a few. What? Do you know what? You want to start? We've got 9 people. Okay, well... You can start with... Someone can do this. I don't know. Which one I got my phone. I'm tweeting saying
I am moving to the panel room.
Anything from the free bar?
Yeah, can you get me a cider?
Can you get me a...
If there's a berry cider, berry, but if it's not, then apple.
Smell of ice and a free side.
What are you doing with...
We're just going to go in the panel. What we're going to do is leave this in the green room, have panels in the green room, interviews in the green room, and then in between the roaming is going to be Pulse, and we're going to say switch over to Pulse now for 15 minutes. Let's check out live roamers.
So Charles has gone to buy a different cable from Macklin to see if that works, so we'll try that out when we get to
Yeah, it's just that because it's ready 7:30.
It's more important that you start doing it.
Yeah.
So everyone's supposed to.
Is it booking now?
Mike, you've got your phone with you. Can you keep it on the YouTube bit? Sorry. Can you switch? Could this be set up? Okay, I have now aired. We're starting to air.
Should I be getting the Sabs in?
Get the Sabs in. No, we'll be waiting for 5 minutes, but get the Sabs in.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, we're going to do it here.
Okay.
Look, that would be the panel. Josh will just have to stand for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes while they talk. This is also where we'll do the interviews. And then at the end of the panel, I'm hoping that the chair then goes to the camera and says, right, that's
I'll
it.
also make sure that the mics work through here.
Okay. I'll be sitting here. Hello?
Do you know any cider in the office is stronger? I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, and apparently it's 1 free drink per person. What is this man? Looks like that's 4 though.
Oh, okay. No.
I'll leave when stuff starts happening. I just like it in the way.
Sorry, I was like, now it smells like popcorn.
Hello, Josh.
Tell you what though,
I cannot get out
you
of
can help
it.
Josh here.
I can't find it. You can hold a camera. I will hold a camera. I can definitely hold a camera.
We're just testing to see if it works. Mike should be hearing our voices in his ears. We are live, so any voice is here. Joe will
So
help
what do we all think
right
about
now.
yeah.
Basically, the shot I thought was good was here.
Okay,
So you can see all
so
three
I'm
of them.
literally just going to have to hold it, right?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, no worries.
So you're just in charge of holding things now, brilliant.
This is what I do today. I hold iPads. This is my job.
How do you make this just big?
No, you.
Michael.
What is
I want to preview it big. I want to preview it big.
3, 2, 1, Mike, please.
Like, I want to be able to...
This is your captain's speaking.
That's worse than mine. This is these late.
No, I want this one.
Alright, son. Oh.
Just to let you know, you're live on air, video as well. Video as well.
We are live.
We are live on video. I'm going to present the show now. Yeah?
Okay, yeah,
Hold it.
Make sure we're getting
Okay.
outside.
Before Gareth, can you see me in shot? Can you hear it through the mic?
No, my finger's in front of it.
Yeah, I can
There
hear
we
you.
go. Yes.
Okay. Hello.
No, you
welcome.
can't.
3 listeners or 3 watchers that we had about 5 minutes ago. I'm Sophie from LSESU. I'm bringing you election coverage this year. We're now live with the Sabs. Hi. I'm going to hand you over to Gareth, who's going to do a panel with the Sabs. Gareth.
Hello there, welcome to a special edition of Sabs on the sofa. Nah, just kidding, that's shit. Right, gentlemen and ladies, we're here on election night, and...
1, 2, 3.
Well, thank you very much, Jay, for testing, because, you know, we haven't done that at all. It's good to have you on board.
Thank you.
So, I guess the first question we kind of have to have is, you know, how does it feel to be here now, as opposed to pre-election last year? You know, what's the difference in feeling? Are you more nervous now, last year? Is it relieving?
Well, I'm not going to lie. It's
Okay, do you know what?
really
Ladies first,
strange.
Jay, ladies first.
It's really strange to be here. I was just saying that like there are people I've messaged on Facebook literally a year ago today to tell them to vote for me, and I've told them to vote again today. So like it's so weird being here, and it doesn't feel like a year. It's literally gone insanely quick.
Yeah.
And
No, totally agree. I think as well, it's weird because I'm more nervous this year because it's out of my control. Whereas at least last year I knew that like I'd done everything I could. I think everyone probably agrees that's the case. Whereas this year it's got really nothing to do with us, but we're just involved in a different kind of way, which is a bit odd. So.
Question?
Oh, question. Okay, well, I think first question is probably going to go to Rosie.
Oh.
So, Rosie, education officer, important education question. Can you say the alphabet backwards?
Do you actually want me to do it?
Yes, we're waiting. 3, 2, 1. How quickly? Go.
What even comes last?
What I'm done! Sucker! No confidence.
I'm not like supposed to be the good at like, oh whatever.
Oh, it sounds like Hannah's doing it. Hannah, let's see it. On the start.
No, you can't think.
You've got you.
ZYXW.
ZYX.
Okay, this is
I
going to
don't
be really
know.
easy.
No.
Hannah, let's give you a different question
Yeah,
then. A&D officer, why is a boxing ring square?
It's fine.
I think it's largely about the fact that in prehistoric times, when they were marking out their territory in the caves, they preferred the safety of corners, and henceforth, we can all agree that boxers like corners, and also boxers.
I remember my first time.
Go on, this sounds like a good story. Go, Jay, go.
I'm not answering that. You got a question about tonight?
Okay, yeah. Let's go for this then.
Come on, wait, you sound good, Eva.
How difficult has you found it then to not get involved this year?
Not
Because
at
obviously
all difficult.
Yeah.
Absolutely not at all.
Because you know,
I don't understand. Like there was, we talked about it last week, didn't we, in the office? Really, that as to how much we were going to get involved, and not at all. And answer to your first question. Also, for me, it doesn't feel at all weird.
Yeah.
Like who were we talking to then? Someone from the Beaver, Paul's asking us how we felt, why we didn't really stand. But like, I think the candidates here, it's not the same. Like when we got elected last year, we're in the quad. It's like really kind of like tightly packed atmosphere, 200 to 300 people in there. Like the tradition was there. Like you've seen it before, you've done it last years. This is a completely different ballgame now. You're in a 1,000-person capacity venue.
Yeah.
The union's in a completely different place to where it was last year, thanks to a certain Sabs team. Another team. But it's completely different. And like the people who get elected tonight have got the most exciting year ahead. So like for us, we're done. Like we're done. So I don't personally feel any attack.
Yeah. Fair enough. So this is a question that really is aimed towards you, but for all of you. Do you think you'd have been re-elected if you had stood this year? Do you think you still would have been re-elected? You know, it's been a difficult year. Like there are lots of highly contested races.
Let's deal with empirical realities between this election and last election. They haven't reached the turnout we had last year.
Do we have any numbers on the turnout? Can you say?
We're circa 2,850. But that's not an official.
What were you last year?
2,999. And the reason why we know that is because it was 1 off 3,000 for the mathematicians out there. Do I think I would have won this year? It's a completely different atmosphere.
Yeah.
I think an incumbent has an advantage. They have an audience, which they can take advantage of. Which is also, we were talking earlier in the week, like, it's the reason why we didn't get involved. Because we don't think it's fair. It's nothing to do with us personally, it's to do with our positions.
Yeah.
And it could have been fair. I think we've behaved this week. Really did.
Yeah.
Do you want to take it?
What was the question?
Do you think you'd avoid
Richmond, take 2.
Again, I think like it's a completely different type of elections. This year, this year, it's a lot, like, I hate the word, it's a lot more hacky this year. It's all about, you know, I've got the most endorsements.
Oh, complaints.
Number of complaints. It's just, whereas last year, I think we were a lot bigger outside, like engaging groups of students, like informing them of the elections. Yeah, like if things that were going on, it was a lot bigger than I think it has been this year. And so I have no idea if we would have won, because I would have played it completely differently to...
We have a slight idea, but
Yeah.
we're not willing to.
So do you think that actually, you know, do you think that this year's candidates in general have maybe struggled to engage the wider school community then? Because, you know, you were saying that's a bit more happy this year.
The numbers would suggest that they.
I think they've
fine.
Yeah. I think they've engaged them, but Rosie's allowed to speak now.
She's allowed to speak whenever she wants to.
Yeah.
No, I think the numbers would suggest that it's been absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I think we've been a bit concerned through the 3 days that wasn't necessarily going to happen, and of course it's going to open for another day, which has its ups and downs.
Many ups.
But I think perhaps from our perspective it seemed like we're just engaging the same people, but maybe that's because we're part of that system now, whereas last year
But the
we
candidate
were.
is like from the same friendship group.
And also the other thing is that we've only got one postgrad running. So last year there was a huge number of postgrads.
In every position.
In every position there was at least one postgrad. So I think.
And internationals, like it's really domestic, like undergrads this year.
Yeah, well actually some people have actually commented sort of on Twitter and so on saying, you know, is there a lack of diversity in the candidates this year compared to previous years? I mean, do you agree with that? And is that an issue?
Look, I don't think I think we've made a concerted effort this year to remove those barriers to start.
Oh, I'm not accusing you.
No, I know you're not. I know you're not. I'm trying to explain why we are where we are. Yeah. But unfortunately, I think this is going to be the last year where you still have people who have kind of seen this as a natural route into the Sabs life kind of thing. And maybe next year you'll see a much greater diversity in candidates. I think it was one candidate who, you know, not name whatever, said that the union now has to work for its membership in a way that it maybe hasn't done in the past, and that's brought in a lot of people that weren't previously there. So I'd be reluctant to look at long-term trends tonight, but it has been a closer circle this year, which is shown in the turnout.
Yeah. And you think that that's maybe a bad thing as opposed to a good thing?
I don't think it's good. I don't think it's completely one or the other. I just think it has a certain consequence, which is that if you've not got postgrad standing, if they're not on your Facebook chat list, if they're not on your society email threads, like where are you going to get them from? How are you going to engage them? And the reason why I was done, we had like Ross Spears standing, didn't we, last year?
Yeah,
Tina Salah.
There was one in mine as well.
And there was a Gen Set candidate who was there as well. So, you know.
I think the other thing is like there was that Facebook comment this morning saying that a lot of postgrads don't feel like the elections matter to them.
For Talkmasters in particular.
Yeah,
we're
and
here for a year.
here for a year. And I think that last year the fact that there were so many standing really indicated that they believe that they can make a difference and it was important to them. And like I don't know, for whatever reason we didn't get the same sort of like nomination group.
But let's just like stress it for a second.
Yeah.
Still proportionally one of the highest. I think we're still top 3 highest turnouts in the country for elections.
Yeah.
This is a fact. And even more astonishing when you consider 68% international, around that 67, 68%. It's something around that, isn't it? And then postgraduate 55%. So hitting 40% election time for me is still, that is the marker that LSESU should be aiming for as a bare minimum. And we've hit that this year, but we know we want to do better. We want to keep doing better.
And I suppose another thing then, which has kind of come across in this election, we mentioned it being maybe a slightly closer group of friends, this sort of thing. How do you think the number of candidates dropping out has kind of come across? Because I think in comparison to last year's, I think a few more maybe higher profile candidates have dropped out of races, and I was wondering,
Well, I mean, there's one very obvious candidate that dropped out that has left a race pretty much on one person, CNW.
Yeah.
It was a shame because Jade, has
it's after 7, you can say that.
From the stage.
Go up to the DJ booth to check if the camera's timed out.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Coach, you're right now. Down.
overhead, people can't get the overhead, and it's a nicer shot anyway. Also, can you go on my blog?
Why did you put it on the table?
Because it doesn't, it's not a stand.
That looks like
It's annoying. Can you get the live bloggers to check with it every 10 minutes or so, just to like double check that it's still working and stuff? Just, and then send them to us. And can you get Liam to get
them to transcribe your work?
I know. I don't. Okay, we are now heading back to the studio to see our panel. Apologies for the terrible backstageness of the green room. Hey, hello.
We are back in the studio sofa area.
Hey, hello. With our moments, how was that experience?
That was fantastic. I definitely feel like there's good atmosphere out there.
Yeah.
Lots of people excited, lots of candidates nervous, but really, really good, yeah.
Yeah, there's still a free bar out there. Your first drink here is free, so if you're watching online, you better get down before the drinks run out. We're just waiting for our panellists to arrive. They're backstage now, probably getting a drink and forgotten about the times. I mean, how have you found the elections?
I felt like I wasn't really very involved in the first year. I mean, being a fresher, it's probably the best time to get involved, but it didn't really happen. So second year, I've definitely gotten to know the campaigners more, gotten to the candidates, and generally the teams, like on a personal level, singing on chemistry all the time. It's really good to know that like same things is always there. It's not just random people on TV. But I felt really excited this year, definitely.
And do you have a favourite?
I think I'd be happy if Nona or Sam won. I think it's a shame that they're running for the same position because they'd be great working for the uni anyway. I think they've got really great ideas for the university.
Well, it has certainly been a very close race this year. Certainly a lot of complaints and a lot of what they call hacking. I'm still not entirely sure what hacking is. I always thought it was something to do with the computer until someone came to the media office and told me I was a hack. And I was like, cool.
Okay.
Hopefully next year there's a lot less hacking, a lot more fun things. Like I quite like Thomas Maximiel's Thomas the Tank Engine costume.
That was quite
Thumbs
good.
up from me for that. Super Marnie, her cape was pretty awesome. We are just now waiting for the fashion house. Just going to check if they are backstage, which they aren't, but that's what happens when you're live on air. So you're going to have more of us talking random nonsense into the microphone.
Keep chatting.
I'm just going to keep chatting. Who else did I like this year?
I'm just walking through. I'm just being professional.
Well, I'll give you my this year because I've been what they call camp neutral. Neither San, nor Nona, nor Marcina, nor Lanoy. We mustn't forget, there's still Lanoy in the race. I think there's Abby as well. So Abby and Lanoy, although they may not have been the main runners, they're still quite dark horses. I'm sure there'll be a few surprises tonight with any of the election results. We are expecting the first election results to come out in about 10 to 15 minutes. We'll keep you updated on that. We also have the interviewers. We also have the interviews with the winners afterwards, which will be pretty exciting. Probably the same stuff over and over again, but it'll be nice to see their reaction when they come on stage. I am Sophie from LSESU. You should join us. We're a great society. Just plugging us there. We also have a website with the media group this year called LSESUelect.co.uk. You can find out all about the candidates and the manifestos on that site, as well as stats and the live results. Oh, and thank goodness our panel have arrived.
Oh, well, some of us.
So we have with us today Liam,
Hi, I'm Hill.
who is now going to introduce your panel and the topics. Thank you, Liam.
Okay, so firstly we have Sunny Tandy, who I think are you third year or second year?
Second year.
Okay, and you're from the government department, and we've also
Anthropology.
oh, I apologise. We've also got Alex Fife. Hello. And Harry Maxwell from the government department, second year. If we can hand round the mic to whoever's speaking. Right. So we'll just arrived, and I'll hand over to you, Alex.
Right, okay, let's take a seat, everyone. So this panel here is our second panel tonight, and we'll be discussing the candidates' sort of campaigns, their fashion, their campaign posters, and their social media presence, both of which you have sort of expertise in. So,
as well as my general thoughts on the entire situation.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you did. You were the only private individual to publicly endorse candidates.
Yes.
So
People wanted to know.
We'd love to know more about that. So I was thinking to kick off with the candidate's fashion, if that's okay. So Sandy, do you want to give us your critique of, say, Nona Buckley-Irving? What's the
Nona,
what's
she
the
is
fashion?
pretty in pink tonight, isn't she? Her mother is here, I see. They're both kind of contrast nice, got with pink on too. So classic, not too original, but you know.
Hot or not? That's the question.
Don't know. I'm not really sure about that. Not original
Harry
enough.
Maxwell.
But
Oh, hi. Well, I like Nona. I don't think she is known as a fashionista at LSE. She's more known for her impact and her debating and her policies and UGM, all the stuff she does. That's what she's known for. I don't think she's a fashionista. But she's a lovely girl. Really like Nona. I vote. She got my
she
vote.
seems pretty, so I'm sure that's enough, right?
And the colour of pink, a bit lurid, or?
What are we, Mean Girls? Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Go for it.
G on the other hand, women's officer, rocking in lime green, feminism. She's got like the turn-ups and like the new boot she bought in Paris last week. She's totally rocking it. Yeah, I really hope she wins actually, just because she's like got so much to do.
Who's your favourite female candidate, Harry? And
My favourite female candidate. Well, it's probably the AU exec, mainly just because I was
Maddie!
And Izzy Stevenson. I helped Maddie with her campaign video. Yeah, Izzy's running. Both of them just really good friends of Hall's. Both lovely girls, so bit biased opinion, but has to be said.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Okay, they're both on anthropology with me. Izzy, she's got like such a cash vibe, she's amazing, really lovely. With Maddie, I'm sorry, but her campaign was just too funny. So I really hope she wins. And like she's got the cute kind of like preppy clean like look going on. So.
What do you think will be the most competitive race? What's the hardest to call?
Who's running against Jason Watt?
Dan Martin.
Good question.
Who is Dan Martin?
The boy with the Bob the Builder hat. What do you think?
Yeah. Can we fix it?
Well, that's the thing. I actually just haven't heard of many candidates this year. Last year, I ran the elections, and I got
All of them.
No, not all of them. For environment
Harry
votes.
Maxwell, all of them.
And I got over 40 votes, which I just wanted to drop in there. I wasn't a joke campaign. And
How
I
many
kind of
votes
felt that
did Gabriel get?
30 more than me.
30
It was a tight race. But basically from that, obviously, I knew my candidates. This year, I've been a bit more removed, so it's quite interesting to kind of now see, having gone from like, when you're in the election environment, you literally know every single person's running because you have all these events and all these debates and everyone's there, same people, you're on house all day, all of you. Whereas this year, it's been interesting to kind of take a step back and actually think who's actually reached out to me, someone who just hasn't been that bothered this week at all. I think Gensec, for one, it is a really two-horse race. I think it's between Nona and
Sam Barnett.
I was going to say, what's his name?
Wait,
Nona's
running for Gensec?
Yeah. Have you gone off it?
Why do you have so much free time? I mean, no, Jay Stoll actually, he was a good one, right?
Yeah,
Like,
Jay Stoll's fashion.
I mean, Jay was clear cut, but I also think it could be a dark horse is Musty.
No.
No, see, you'd be
No to
surprised.
Musty.
It's like Sham Factor last year, which really surprised me because I was in Bankside. He didn't win, but he got over 700 votes.
Yeah.
Which actually, it kind of shocked me. I was in Bankside and I actually didn't get anyone vote for him. I didn't think his campaign was very good. Sorry, Sham. Told you this to your face as well. I'm not being two-faced. I was very surprised he got over 700 votes. I think all the kind of society connections do actually make a difference. I think Musty, he is a bit of a dark horse. I think he will surprise me with the amount of votes he gets.
Do you think the criticism of Musty that he attempted to buy morality by offering up his salary to charity? Do you think that was
Is that allowed?
Well,
I think it's just a bit like tragic. Like,
Yeah.
why would someone
I
want a
agree.
job for less money? Like,
I
no,
agree.
I actually think the salary should be raised
We're
and
all
pegged
realists
to the
here.
LSE average graduate salary, but that's a separate issue.
Do you have ambitions? We know you wanted to have an entrepreneurship officer.
Yes, I did. I
Yeah.
emailed.
Is
I
that-
haven't
is
put the
that
motion
gonna happen
together
next year?
yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to put forward the motion. An upcoming UGM, not sure when I can be bothered to write it, but when I do, it will be at a UGM and hopefully a part-time role in the union.
Do you think people care? About
I do, I think.
As like an actual like officer that in the SU, like is that kind of, is it really relevant?
Yeah, massively, and I think if you look at the LSE entrepreneurship events, they are about 100 people attend each one, and I think it's a shame no one's pushing that forward from the union perspective. This is a separate issue. Let's talk about the elections tonight.
Do you see yourself running as?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, he was on The Young Apprentice, right?
Yeah, I believe you
Yeah,
did.
me too.
Well, obviously, Sanya, you were on Channel 4 News.
Were you?
As the youth leader of UKIP. What was it like being on the
You're the
media?
youth leader of UKIP.
Firstly, I'm not the youth leader of UKIP.
Turned fashion commentator for the LSESU election. That is quite a career.
What was the ambition?
Well, you're on the media. Did you get any criticism after your media reports?
I got people saying some really hilariously rude, but really funny things about how annoying I am. Well, okay, I'm a little sister, man. I'm born to be annoying. Also, I don't know you. I don't really care.
Did you endure some criticism?
Oh yeah, loads.
Yeah.
Well, wait,
People were like,
haters gonna hate, right?
yeah, you kind of like that's the thing. That's why I just got like a really thick skin.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, like those people don't. They want to throw like boiling water in my face. You got big gob on you. Someone ought to shut you up. Heard that several times. You just kind of get over it. And it's one of those things that just makes you realise like who your friends are and who I tend to find out there were like people I knew like reacted negatively to me, and I was like, it was surprising, but it was more the people who I wasn't friends with, just like people you know. So it kind of made you, I know this sounds weird, but like, I have my friend group, and then it kind of made you like, be who you are and not really care what people think, and that's why I kind of felt so confident running for elections in first year.
How did you feel when the Beaver revealed that somebody had been hacking your Wikipedia page and sort of posting all sorts of things from LSE?
Oh, it's just funny. It's like my university got changed to the London School of Nuggets. I was like, great. I don't really like mine because some of it's just obvious fabrication.
Yeah.
I'm always surprised like when you click on like view history on Wikipedia, like the amount of people that just edit the page. It's actually been put on a protected thing because it got vandalised so much. Mainly by people I know.
But I don't think it's actually on Wikipedia. It's been deleted from Wikipedia.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
That's sad. People sound like that.
I'm devastated. I'm drinking away the pain. But can we change the conversation back to the election?
Back to the election.
Instead of
I
my life,
have
my
questions. You supported Nona. Nona's campaign poster had her head on an archery target.
On an archery
Yeah, it was on this big archery target. What do you think? Do you think it was a good move or not?
I think it's a bit random.
Yeah,
Don't really, I think
assassinated or something like.
Well, I guess it's got your attention because you just raised it and you haven't raised any other candidates' campaigns.
G's
However-
election campaign, Miss Congeniality.
Yeah.
Was
That was
amazing.
good. I really like that.
Also, Maddie, I know you were in it. I'm not being biased because I don't know you, but like the video was hilarious. Like I'm a Barbie girl, but
Did you see the video?
yeah, I watched it.
I did a sing. I told the other two.
Oh right.
Me and my friend Maddie did a sing date for her campaign. So you know, like, and we did the whole build up. Like, it's on Facebook now on YouTube. If you go to Madison Wright's Facebook page.
It's a bit late for voting, sorry.
Well, they can still see the video.
Yeah.
There are 50.
Yeah.
Election nights is always really boring. Everything's really fun. There's 50-minute gaps between each announcement. It just kind of drags on a bit. So in the gaps, I do suggest. Oh, you've also got this commentary. That's amazing. Keep tuning. But if you get a boring panelist, not like myself, obviously, but a boring panelist, feel free to put this on mute and watch the video.
Okay, I'm.
How long does this go on for, by the way?
I feel we have to end now.
And am I coming back?
Well, I mean, we'd love to have you. We'd love to have you back, but I think we're having to move on to another panelist now. So thank you very much for joining us.
Well, people are missing out.
Yeah. Well, we'll maybe catch you on the roving mic later tonight to get your reaction.
I'm very disappointed by this. I was with you. Ongoing commentary of the elections. If anyone drops out, I will.
Harry, stop talking.
Thank you very much.
Right, thank you, Harry. Thank you, Alex.
So we're going to go rove. Tune over on www.lsesulect.co.uk or www.lse.co.uk for the mixed lab and tune in to him to rove and talk to the candidates and their teams. Let's go.
Hello, sir.
It seems like there's a massive organisation.
Okay.
What was I just filmed for? You're on the live stream. Solid, cool.
I'm Luce, I'm Beaver. Media group collab. How are you doing?
I'm good, feeling a little bit sick.
Is this 4 times 2 hours to go to your results?
Yes.
You're already feeling a bit nervous.
Yeah, not because I'm going to lose. For the record, in my opinion. No, it's like you don't just understand now. You don't know what the yeah. But what I'd like to say is I'm just
Seven is team.
I don't know actually, I'm not really as tired as I have been. It's when you start to sit down and feel it.
Is it sort of nervous energy at the moment more than anything else?
Yeah, I think it's like days. But if I lose, I don't know, I might lose the whole rampage.
Okay, on that note, let me see what's up. Why do you always have to take the track?
Yeah, it's fun. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll put back in.
Is
the wide shot still isn't working. I don't know what's wrong with it.
is it just you saying to Netherlands just out of interest, or is like Beeland and
Beeland and Mike are going around doing roaming on Pulse at the moment, and this is what Luce is bringing out. So I'm not bothering following them around on an iPad because I think that's a recipe.
Well, let them go around as long as you want, and I'll keep my team.
Okay. Well, they are. I can see them from here. So
Yeah.
If you wanted to signal to come into the
no, like they're already in there. No, I mean feeling.
What do you want me to just go? Because I don't need them. They can just walk around and just like, oh, have you got mics? Oh, they need their mics.
We need their mics.
Ah, okay. I'll go tell them that I'm in there.
Okay.
Next panel.
We have with us Seb. Seb, you are chairing the next panel.
I most certainly am, and I'm delighted to. This is a fantastic opportunity. I've been really looking forward to this for a while. Sounds like my class I've just met Vita, but I hear that they're both excellent conversers. So, if we should head straight into it, I hope this can be a little more genial than the conversation with Harry Maxwell was with Alexander Fife. I think the discussion of the aesthetic qualities of different campaigns got rather heated, so maybe we can bring things back from the aesthetic towards the political and get a little bit of a discussion and argument sort of going. Yeah? Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Well, as a jumping off point, Kavita, as opinionator, I've had you writing to me a couple of weeks ago, and you wrote an article. Do you remember what it was called?
No.
No, but
I do know what it was about though.
Yeah, you do know what it was about.
It was about the SU becoming relevant again.
Okay, well let's take that as our starting point.
Yeah. Well,
Why? I mean, let's go to the article. Why do you think the SU lacks relevancy for students?
I think it comes as straightforward as the fact that only 20% of people actually vote. And for example, when I was in first year, I didn't know what sabbatical officers were or what they did, and that was pretty much the same for me in second year. And I only think I got involved because no one that's my housemate, so that sort of forced me into it. But otherwise, they're like large groups of people who actually know little to nothing about elections and about the SU. And I don't think that's the point of an SU. Like, it's a student union and it does so much work for students. And it's really sad that no one knows about it. So.
And as a psychiatrist would say, Sally, how does that make you feel? Or what do you think, essentially?
Well, I have a bit of a different perspective, obviously, because I kind of have been involved in students' politics before, but I totally understand, the kind of lack of relevancy. But yeah.
Do you think that's outreach, or do you think it's the nature of the students' union? I mean, because your article talks about how candidates and how the sabbatical officers present themselves.
I think, well, my issue was that when it comes to sort of campaigns and stuff, you see a lot of candidates promising a lot of things, and when students see it and they look at it and go, can they actually do it? And what candidates don't do is that they don't focus on a lot of other things that they can actually do. I think Ben wrote an article last week as well.
Ben
about, Ben
really good
wrote an article about how sabbatical officers don't actually focus on the small things. And yeah, truly they do a lot of small things, but students don't know that. And I feel that has a lot to do with the fact that when they actually campaign, they promise a lot of things as well.
Yeah.
Like, you hear words like anti-Muslim or... I mean, surely
they're big abstract nouns that often don't mean a lot.
Yeah.
You're more concrete action.
Yeah, I think...
I'm really sorry to interrupt, but we're about to go live on stage for the next announcement.
Excellent. You want to take the mic? There you go.
I'm really sorry.
Okay, so firstly I'd like to thank absolutely everyone who has put themselves forward for an election, who's been campaigning and who's voted. We've got a turnout this year of 2,842, which is superb. And the running order of the night is on Twitter. Okay. To start with, we're going to announce the results for LGBT officer, the trustees, and the AU executive. Okay, let's start with LGBT officer. Come on, quiet! Quiet! It is up, be quiet. Okay, so, there were two candidates in the election for LGBT officer, Alex and John. There were a total of 1,320 valid votes. The threshold was 660. In round one, Alex got 1,080 votes. And Ron got 240. So Alex is elected your new LGBT officer. Comms team and media group will be wanting to speak to you, Alex. So, LSE comms team wave. Okay, great. Moving on, we will now do the election for student trustees. There were 5 candidates running in this election: Ingold, Kabu, Rahat, Indo and Ron. There were 5 places to be elected. There were 1,125 votes cast. The threshold in the first round was 188 votes. In the first round, Ingveld got 175 votes. Kabu got 189 votes. Rahat got 237 votes. Indo got 396 votes. And Ron got 128 votes. So Ingveld, Kabu, Rahat, Indo and Ron are elected. Okay. In the election for the AU executive, there were 9. Quiet, AU! There were 9 candidates, and there were 5 places to be elected. The candidates were Joshua, Murray, Monopoly, Carwin, Sam, Isabel, Lawrence, Maddie, and Ron. There were 503 votes in this election. The threshold to get elected in the first round was 83.8 votes. There were 6 rounds. I'll read the results in round 1 and I'll go through and tell people when people were elected and eliminated. In round 1, Joshua received 74 votes. Molly received 74 votes. Monopoly received 49 votes. Carwin received 53 votes. Sam received 113 votes. Isabel received 21 votes. And Lawrence received 44 votes. Maddie received 66 votes and Ron received 9. Sam has been elected in the first round. Congratulations. In the second round... Quiet! In the second round, Josh was elected. We say goodbye at this stage to Isabel and Ron. In the fourth round, Molly was elected. In the sixth round, Maddie and Carwin were elected. So your new AU executive is Sam, Josh, Maddie, Carwin and Molly. Congratulations.
LGBT officer, Alex.
Hi.
Follow me back to the green room. Here's the mic. You're now live on Loose TV, Pulse Radio and the Beaver.
I'm nervous.
How do you feel now that you've won?
I'm very thankful for everyone who voted for me and who support the LGBT community. I will make sure next year we have community voting and make equality concepts and do what I plan to do.
How have you found this election race so far?
The election race is actually a bit stressful. It's not stressful in a way. It's like there are dramas everywhere, which you just have to try to pretend they are not happening and do your best. Just people will say something bad about you. It's just never done before, but you just have to deal with it. So, but I learned a lot during the process. It's a good experience.
Did you find that running unopposed made it less stressful or slightly more stressful? If one won, it would be more embarrassing?
Yeah, wrong one would be very embarrassing, but luckily I have a team, they help me promote.
Yeah.
I do mostly online campaigning and stuff, posting and stuff, so thank God wrong for me.
What's going to be your key policy you're looking forward to getting in place next year?
I'm trying to get the school set some specific policy about stop homophobia, because basically now school doesn't have a specific policy on
how to, if someone says something bad about like gays, like hate speech and stuff, and doesn't really have a standard procedure to do that, I want to start, like, ask the team to start a specific policy, and so we can stop discrimination.
That's a very good policy, I think. Well, congratulations on winning. I'll let you go back to your team to celebrate.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, Alex.
Alex, we get a break with picture. Okay.
Not with me in it.
Yeah. Okay, my hair really looks horrible, but. Perfect. Okay, great.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you. And not Alex in the first day.
Yeah,
you
you're doing that.
Alright, pretty nice.
Okay. Backstage in the green room. Hi, I am with. Right, I am just standing around in the green room now. Let's get a shot of the action outside now that the first round's happened. It's very noisy. I'm going to have to shout. Actually, I don't have to shout. It's a full packed venue, as you can see on the camera. We have the AU in the corner, celebrating all the new AU execs, I presume. We've got at the back people taking advantage of the free drinks.
Which was a ridiculous idea.
It's all pretty much safe at the moment. We can see the different colours of Nona's team, Sam's team and Musty's team, all nervous energy, filling out the stage. We're still waiting for those election results to come through. We're now going to head to the studio to see if our panel has arrived. The studio is the beautiful room of the LSESU venue. Probably the first time many of you have seen it. I've now got with me Josh and his panel. Josh, over to you.
Hi, everyone. So this is Jake Hoffman, Julian Foot, Thomas Whelan. So everyone, so what do you think about the election this year in general? Just your impression.
Would someone else like to start with this one?
Yeah, go on. I think it's been great. I think it's been a really good experience. By and large, kept fairly clean. And I think, I don't know, hopefully I think it's encouraged more people to get involved because everyone's taking it really seriously. Everyone's gone really out there and obviously had to campaign to a lot of people, so I really hope a lot of people want to get involved next year.
Yeah, from an AU perspective, the AU exec have taken it far more seriously than we ever did. I think that shows by the turnout of the votes. So the person being top got 133.
Yeah.
Which is obviously, for people over there, you can vote for that. So that's quite an impressive turnout. So no, I think it's been a very good election. Everyone seems to have fun and enjoy themselves. Really what matters. It would have been good to see community voting actually applied properly. It's my one main gripe that it was just a warning rather than an actual sort of.
Yeah, because like right now you don't have to actually choose to identify yourself as a member of a certain group. You just choose to vote or not to vote.
It was more that it was a single line that was easily used. So I think hopefully for the Nicholas term elections they'll have a proper system.
Yeah, and John Anderson will talk about that, and he'll probably get that up and running like by next year. So that should be good.
Yeah, it was, sorry, I was going to say it was quite funny because the amount. I don't think a lot of guys voted for me because I didn't really campaign to any of them. But I think some, who maybe their girlfriends or female friends had told them they came up to me, gee, I voted for you. And I said, no, we don't. And I was like, thanks, guys. But you really shouldn't have been voting at all. It was quite a difficult one to, on one hand, thank you for voting me. On the other hand, massive support of community voting. Really prefer that you didn't.
So the next position announced would be the AU president. In terms of the AU, what do you think will be the biggest challenge facing the new president in the upcoming year?
I mean, I've got to admit I've actually been ill for the past 2 weeks, so I've been seeing a lot of stuff going on Facebook. I've been having back problems, which has been quite an interesting perspective to have on the elections, because it means I've realised how important the videos are for people and how important spamming is. So that's been interesting. In terms, I suppose, of the AU, I think what's really interesting about it is a lot of people have been talking about integration, working a lot more with other societies and stuff, and I think expanding the AU. So I think anyone who takes up a position this year is going to have to try and do that, which is quite a big task, especially if you're a sports society or a culturally diverse one as well.
I actually think it's been really great watching the AU elections because everybody has campaigned on inclusivity, which I think the perception of the AU outside of it is that isn't really something that really matters. But clearly it does, and it really matters to people when they're electing the AU exec and the AU pres. So, I feel pretty positive about it. I think both AU president candidates will be fantastic. They're both good friends. with each other and with mine, so I really couldn't put a hair between them.
Right, well, one of the greatest challenges facing whoever gets elected AU president is to follow up with Howard Braston, frankly.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've worked with Howard very closely this year as a whole exec, and Howard's done an absolutely fantastic job. He's worked tirelessly to try and sort of make things a bit different. We've had various other events throughout the year, we've had table rugby, LGBT night, things like that. And I just hope whoever gets elected, be it John or be it Taylor, they do continue Howard's work. Because even though Howard's work exceedingly hard, that's the whole exec. I hope they continue their work.
Right, so changing the sort of direction from the AU to something to other aspects of the university. So, I mean, Jay, you've been involved a lot in the sort of cultural side of LSE. So, what tell us about your involvement Vice Project, for example?
Yeah, I mean, I started up with Student Society, I think, last February now. And we made sure we tried to be like a really student-led initiative, so anything that we've kind of done has been aimed at what there hasn't been already for students. So in relation to our speaking rights facility, we wanted to make sure we weren't being dictated to by a bigger outside organisation. So one of the things that we've been looking at this year is because obviously quite a few people are interested in political documentaries, is looking at the intersection between that, like politics, art, and film, and that's kind of what Vice Project is, as you know. So that's what I've been busy doing. But yeah, I suppose I feel kind of bad that I haven't ever got involved in sport enough because I realised how important it is to the community here, but I'm just really rubbish at sport and I can't catch.
Never stop me.
It's about taking part.
So maybe I should try and take part and become more of like a team player. I think it's quite like a thing for this year.
And one of the other positions that will be announced in the upcoming round is the activism development. So that's really high.
ABSAP?
Yeah.
Well, I'm on monitor my flatmate actually running for it, doesn't know that.
Right. So, what do you think the new activist and development officer can do to help out with women societies, also sort of other areas of LSE that tend to get overlooked? That's not academic, not
like LSE arts and stuff.
That kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really interesting because it's not really a position that I thought a lot before having to go through hustings. And we went through a lot of hustings. I think collectively we've all done about eight or nine different hustings in one day alone, plus the official one. So I heard a lot about their policies. And the thing that really interested me is that they don't feel like society is being promoted up by the FCU. So I think that is a really big one. It's just promoting the events that are going on, because if you know about them, there are at least 5 or 6 events every single day that I want to go to, easily. And the SU doesn't really promote those, it's only because I'm friends with those people on Facebook that I see them. So I guess that's the biggest one, I think. It's really showcasing what amazing stuff we've got going at LSE. It's one of the reasons I came here. I didn't invite you guys, but it's just the level of stuff that's going on.
Well, like Nick, I'll reject some Oxford and Durham.
Yeah, that's
my reason. Right, so A&D officer. Well, yeah, obviously that's another one I work very closely with Hannah, because all our AU events go through Hannah, and Hannah's been very helpful. But I agree there's still work to be done. That I'm not going to plug Dennis because he doesn't deserve it. That wasn't a joke.
It's fine, voting's over.
Yeah, voting's over. I tell you what now, no, because you have to try and promote societies. For example, I went to go and see Pygmalion, which I wrote a review of, and that was, yeah, thank you. And that was 2 weeks ago. And there are so many events that go on, as you say, and you don't always know they're going on. And if I wasn't a big theatre goer before I came to LSE, and I realised how cheap it was and how good it was. So whoever A&D officer, be it Duncan, be it Mooney, be it Marnie, sorry. I'm sure they'll have to do a lot of work on that. I'm sure they will, because they're all fantastic candidates.
I think there are also some other candidates we may have forgotten.
All other candidates
clearly not been considered.
Yeah, no, I suppose I would agree with what G was saying as well, that it's really important to keep updated with what's going on, because I kind of only realised how much there is going on with LSE Arts when I started getting the women's emails, because her name's also Jenny Jackman. So I started getting those emails sent to me from like being like, oh, come to this meeting, and I was like, no, this isn't me, but at the same time I found out that there's loads of stuff that does go on. But there's a big division between like SU Society events and like the events that LSE puts on itself, and they could kind of work all together, I think, to
so there's
emphasize
more integration between the LSE side and the SU side.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, in terms of inclusivity, the SU, AU, and the group has recently been accused of being white, middle class, hacky, and mystical as well.
Mystical?
Wingardium
Leviosa.
No idea. But anyway, so do you think that's really true in sort of that accusation that that the SU as a whole can maybe feel intimidating and exclusive to outsiders?
Well, I suppose I am white middle class, like I am, and I'm not going to like deny that. So if that is like the image it gives off, like I probably personally, from my own experience, wouldn't find that like intimidating. But I definitely think there is something to be said for other people. Like it's just being able to look and like sometimes seeing a person of you, like sometimes looks like you there, or like you feel there's someone approachable. But I mean, for example, I know G's policies quite well about what she wants to do, and she obviously can't pretend to represent every woman at LSE. But I think by saying that she will, I sound like I'm receiving now.
I was going to say, just go by manifesting.
But for example,
this broadcast brought to you.
you can definitely see that I've been recruited on the campaign front. But
well trained.
Yeah, exactly. But I think yeah, just putting yourself out there more, and then making good use of social media, and like G wants to have office hours if she's elected. So I think
voting's over, we don't have to plug it anymore. No, I am sorry. I really do agree with that. Unfortunately, and I actually was quite conflicted about the fact that I'm standing, because on one hand there are a lot of things I want to do for myself. So it's almost, I hope that by the end of next year I will have made it a role that more diverse groups of people want to take. And I mean, I looked at the group of us during hustings, and I realised that everyone there was predominantly home students, predominantly white, and predominantly male as well. I mean, women's officer is good because at least there's going to be guaranteed to be one woman on the student union. But I mean, if Nona doesn't win and mine doesn't win, we're looking at pretty much an all-male SU apart from women's officer. And I think that worries me. So I really. My friends are making a campaign video all the way through my election, and I want to try and use it to show people what it actually looks like to run for election. Because I think that's the problem, is that I had no idea what I was doing until I sat down with somebody who ran for election before, and they said, this is what you need to have a campaign page ready at 2 PM on Thursday, when to go live. I had no idea. And you see people who sound have got no idea. So I think, yeah, I do think that it's quite inaccessible. And hopefully, I think because of the way everyone's been campaigning and inclusivity, that will change by next year.
Yeah, so a question about the...
are we white, middle class, hacky, and mystical?
Most of that applies to me, apart from the mystical part. Yeah, we also need to change that. I think community voting, I mentioned that before, but it's one of the main things that would be a huge step forward. And obviously it has been implemented, and credit to Jade and Sam for doing that, and for everyone who campaigned on it. It wasn't just them, everyone campaigned on it. But we need to try and deal with that. It's an accusation level quite a lot of the AU. And it's not without basis. Most of our social members do apart from the mystical part, but most of them do conform to that. But we'll be trying to sort that out. We're trying to do our best. But I hope whoever's President AU exec will try to, because when you get elected into office, especially AU exec, it can be very easy to try and sort of rest on the laurels, because you can feel you're only beholden to the community that you see out in Zubar, and that's not a healthy attitude to have at all. But I'm very confident people who got elected, they're pretty sensible and know that if we are to make the AU better, we need to do more.
Right, and that's it. Thank you for our lovely, gorgeous panelists, G and me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. And back to Sophie.
Thanks, Sophie. Yay.
Lovely good moments. Hi, I'm Sophie, back with live elections. We're now with Mike.
Don't forget to go to the website www.lsesualex.co.uk. Got there eventually. Hashtag LSE.
taken down the other camera. I had it on, but they just
Let's have some quiet.
We're recording that.
Do you want to hear the results or not? Okay, so this time I am going to be doing the results for Environment and Ethics, the AU President, and the Activities and Development Officer. Just to say, successful candidates, please go to the green room, which is over there, I believe. And also, if anyone feels particularly happy, the full results breakdowns are available on the Meta team. Okay, we're going to start with Environment and Ethics Officer. There were two candidates, Nadia and Ron. There were 1,368 votes cast. The threshold was 684 votes. Nadia received 1,065 votes. Ron received 303. Nadia is elected your Ethics and Environment Officer. Congratulations. Okay. So we are now going to do AU President. There are 4 candidates in this election. Lonnie, Taylor, Jonathan and Ron. There were 1,557 votes cast. There were 2 rounds. The threshold in the first round was 779 votes. Lonnie received 109 votes. Taylor received 774 votes. Jonathan received 571 votes. Ron received 103 votes. No candidate reached the quota, so Ron and Lonnie were eliminated. In the second round, Taylor received 807 votes. Jonathan received 604 votes. So Taylor went to the January president. Okay. And finally, we're going to be doing our first sabbatical. Oi! Quiet! Are you finished yet? Okay. We are now going to do the results for our first sabbatical officer, the Activities and Development Officer. In this election, there were 6 candidates: Ron, Alistair, Marnie, Jasper, Dennis and Connor. There were 1,799 votes cast. There were 4 rounds. In the first round, the threshold was 900 votes. Ron received 67 votes. Alistair received 447 votes. Marnie received 407 votes. Jasper received 289 votes. Dennis received 398 votes. Connor received 191 votes. Ron and Connor were eliminated. In the second round, Alistair received 475 votes. Marnie received 437 votes. Jasper received 314 votes. Dennis received 434 votes. Jasper was eliminated at this stage. In the third round, Alistair received 505 votes. Marnie received 483 votes. Dennis received 476 votes. Dennis was eliminated. In the fourth and final round, Marnie and Alistair remained. The quota was 626 votes. There were 10 votes in it. Alistair received 631 votes. Marnie received 621 votes. Alistair was elected. Do you understand how to give a speech?
I want to thank all the other candidates. Honestly, Marnie, Dennis, it's been great running against you. Connor and Jasper, it's been great. Honestly, I felt that whoever won this deserved it and would be in the good hands. I would also like to stress that I never thought that I'd win this. I think it's really hard to explain the feeling that when, honestly, when you find out that people voted for you, it's really moving. And I want to thank everyone who voted for me. I'm looking forward to being at LSE another year. Really, again, I just want to stress so much, Marnie and Dennis, it's been great running against you. Getting to know Dennis and also Marnie, like, doing a competition, funny competition has been so fantastic. Like, the support you've given me as well. Like, I remember we were walking towards Bankside Hustings, she offered me a cigarette and we were just chatting. And I was just really fun playing for the Freeze next year. Looking forward to that. I wish all my friends the best luck in the next results coming up. And one more thing I'd like to say is, I think it's time to get naughty!
So I will be back in about quarter of an hour, 20 minutes for the results for Community and Welfare, Democracy Committee and the Disabled Students Officer.
No! No! Wait, come here. Come here, boys.
Valencia, come on, the boy.
Oh, we've done it now.
Hey, you gonna make me cry as well? Mate, kill it. Sounds good, mate. Mate, so good. So good. You see the forest. Shut up. 10 votes.
You ready? It was a very, very tight race. How did you feel when the first numbers were announced and you realised there were only a few votes in it?
Like, I knew it was going to be tight, but I couldn't believe that I was in the lead in the first round at all. Like, I've never actually been like, I must come across as like a confident person sometimes, you know, MC naughty, like Valencia and that, but like, I was just sitting there, my jacket was zipped up around my mouth. I just didn't know how to like take it all in, like, I just wanted to be able just to know, you know. And it was just like everything that's going, the mellow music, building up, it made me feel so bad. I'm holding Katie's hand the whole time. I've never had to do that before, like, hold someone's hand because I just feel so like vulnerable. Also, like I said before, like it's gonna be so weird having a number assigned to your name. I'm just glad it was the top one. Yeah.
So what's been your favourite part of the election? I mean, I've enjoyed watching your videos of roly-polying, rapping. So what's been your favourite?
My favourite part of elections? The rap battle in Rosebery was a lot of fun. Dennis and Marnie did really good. I really enjoyed like Dennis like giving MC Naughty a shout out at Rosie Hustings. And I've got to say, anytime I've got that outfit on, and I just feel like a don, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of a sick guy.
My question's gone. I'm just genuinely quite moved by this. I mean, it must.
It's quite clear.
Yeah. I didn't expect this.
Yeah,
I really didn't expect
this.
this.
I'm crying, by the way. I'm crying.
I'm on video as well at the moment.
How does it feel to be
Just
at
say
LSE
you
for
cried to
another year?
camera.
Oh, I'm very excited. I'm so buzzing. Wednesday night's going to be huge. I'm organizing tour. What are you saying?
Freeze again, lad.
It's going to be awesome. Yeah, LSE, like, if I can be honest, like, I love LSE. The reason I ran for it is because I knew there was things I wanted to change. And now I'm in a position to do that. And I'm buzzing. I'm feeling warm and happy. And I just want to say again, I said it in my speech, but like Marnie and Dennis have been so fantastic running against them. I always knew it was going to be close between us. And like any of us could have done this job perfectly, and no one would have been upset if either of us got that role. A big shout out to Jasper and Connor. It was fun running against you guys too.
You said in your speech that you. I'm just losing these interviews. I just
I'm going to
it's just so moving right now.
Yeah,
There's so much emotion in this room.
I'm quite moved.
I'm just feeling really moved right now.
So how are you going to bring this energy, which is clearly affecting Mike already?
It's infectious. It's infectious.
Can I just kiss Mike first? Yeah. Love you, Mike. So you come here. Love you.
Okay.
Love you. So what was the question?
What are you looking forward to doing next year?
Okay. Organising Freshers Week and stuff is going to be awesome. Freshers Fair. I want to be in the Beaver outfit as much as I can again. You know what? I really want to just like show how cool LSE can be. I think so many people come to LSE, particularly me. I didn't even know we had a Freshers Week. You know, when I know it might sound a bit racist, but I genuinely thought I'd have to.
That's always a great way to start.
I genuinely thought I'd have to learn like Chinese to like make a friend coming to LSE. I had no idea what the population of students would be, and so I really want to make sure that like students coming into LSE are feeling warmly welcomed, and also have a lot to look forward to. And I'll be working over the summer to make sure that happens.
You did say in your acceptance speech that you didn't really expect to win.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, it's like things.
Because there was always going to be a time base between yourself, Dennis, Marnie, Jasper, but you never expected it at all.
No.
You never prepared yourself for this.
I didn't put a single poster up. Mike, I was so unprepared. I decided to run the day before nominations were given in. And I have to give a massive shout out to Dan Martin, who nominated me as well. And also Hannah Richmond, who suggested that I should run because she thought it would be a good idea. And I'm really glad I have, because thinking about it, when I decided to run, I knew I had a good chance and I could make a difference. But I was always worried, 100% worried that I was not the right enough politically minded, student politically minded to get this. I haven't put together a single UGM. This year, the year before, first year, and I thought.
I mean, that's not a bad thing to show someone who's not part of the political house can come through and can win all that.
Yeah. It's actually, I think it's a really good sign, to be fair. I think sometimes our UGMs can be quite cliché, They can be quite cliché. Quite cliché. Yeah, any more questions?
Well, we should probably go to supporters.
Grab a beer. Enjoy yourself.
Although I advocate drinking responsibly, though. I'm going to have a beer. Or more.
Get naughty. Get naughty.
Can we get a quick court phrase if you're up for smiling?
That's Jay. Yeah. Sorry if it's like now. I can't believe that it's happened. Genuinely. 10 votes as well, Marnie.
How was that feeling? Because it's so close to margins.
I need to give her a hug. She's going to be feeling bad, and I need to give her a hug. I hope she's not too upset. I feel bad getting much greater. Because Marnie would have done a fantastic job, and I know how much it meant to her. I'm not saying it didn't mean as much to me, but
it's always hard to engage.
And she's been fantastic. We knew we're both from rank. We've got to know each other throughout the year. I only found out the day before that she was running, when she said something she tested for sex. And I can't quite. I was I thought of pulling out. I thought Marnie's on the vote. I just want to help her. I don't want to actually run against her. Yeah. So the best thing is that we've just been greater friends from just closer and closer.
And if you had to, if I can beat you.
Yeah, so I'll be naughty.
I'm going to be naughty. For the next 3 big sub races, who do you hope wins?
Okay. Dan Martin for education. I have a feeling Seb Brun might win. And Nona for Jansek. Every day.
Fantastic. Alice, if you want to get a photo?
Yes.
All the guys from the Beaver here?
Sit on the sofa.
We'll do one with the hat and with that? Boys, you guys are getting a lot of love in the session. A lot more love, hang on. I've got to do my laces on my hat. It's really important. Can I just say, I'm wearing the same attire I was wearing at Zubar last night. Things got a bit naughty last night. I actually, I peed a little in his trousers last night. True story.
Can we get on the live feed?
That was on the live feed, yeah.
We're going to roam this way, Joe.
Okay,
Join us on Pulse Radio to listen to our roam.
www.lsesux.co.uk or catch us on the hashtag LSELX.
You won't want to follow us because you'll get the sound, so you might want to stand on stage again. Sorry, bye-bye, Joe.
Someone has to take this over at some point. Oh, Christ.
Sorry for that.
One second, it is for 5 minutes.
Okay, that's fine. It's working.
But this is us. This is the iPad. Mike? Is that fine?
That is what
okay.
it is.
Okay.
But that's why we can't be using it while we're roaming, because it's only the iPad.
Okay, so that's why they're saying.
It's a 30-second delay.
It's fine. No worries.
Joe, what did you do the other day? You kind of absolutely loved that.
Oh man! Okay, you hold that. I'll carry that.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Wait, do you want to give me a hug with Dennis?
I'll do that. I'll do that for Joe.
From behind?
Yeah.
This way?
Okay.
Wait, I'll just
yeah. Where's Joe Pearson? The guy who did Brutus last year. Joe Pearson. He was the guy who did Brutus last year.
I thought Ismir ran Ruthless last year.
He was. I mean, both of them. I'm not sure what he did.
are we doing and when can I get a drink?
Do you want me to take it now?
What's the plan now?
Well, we're continuing.
Oh, it's easy. I don't mind recording this, it's fine.
No, I can record this.
I'll come back in agreement when I'm done.
Hey, Joe Anderson is on stage.
Come on, Mulligan!
Oh, wait.
Come on, Mulligan!
Right, okay, right. Okay, so this time round we're doing the results for Disabled Students Officer, Democracy Committee, and Community and Welfare. So let's start with Disabled Students Officer. There were 3 candidates in this election, Mark, Marie and John. There were 1,286 votes. There was 1 round of voting. The thresholds were 643 votes. Round 1, Mark, 874 votes. Marie, 298 votes. John, 114 votes. So Mark is elected your new disabled officer. Okay. We are now doing the Democracy Committee, which, by the way, is the best committee in the school. So, oi! Quiet!
Mulligan!
Oh, be quiet! Somebody want to hear the results. Okay. For the Democracy Committee, there were 10 candidates. There were 5 places to be elected. Chris, Sonali, Ollie, Alex, Martha, Connor, Lena, Rehan, Laura and Rob were the candidates.
Come on, Mulligan!
There were 1,456 votes cast. The threshold in the first round was 243 votes. There were 6 rounds of voting. I will read out who was eliminated and who was elected in every round, but I'll read out the full results for round 1. In round 1, Rehan received 230 votes. Laura received 208 votes. Sonali received 76 votes. Lena received 157 votes. Connor received 164 votes. Martha received 192 votes. Alex received 142 votes. Ollie received 91 votes. Chris received 131 votes. Jean received 65 votes. Jean was eliminated. In round 3, Sonali was eliminated.
More lucrative for me to lose.
Rehan was elected. In round 4, Laura was elected.
Why go? Why go? Why go?
At this stage, Ollie was eliminated.
Gareth
In the fifth round, Connor and Martha were elected. In the sixth
She won't be on the
and
beef
final round, Lena was elected.
If she comes up here, I'm so asking me my question. Please let me continue on.
When you go back into the fever room, can you remind them that they're meant to make sure that the candidates come to the green room? Because sometimes you come back taking them and not taking them to the green room.
Community and welfare.
No, not Ando, the beef people.
In this election,
I've already
there
asked
were
Ando.
3 candidates, Ron, Sebastian and Nathan. There were 1,468
I'm bored to
votes.
death of being mistaken for
There
Seb.
was 1 round of voting.
Where's Seb? Yeah.
Do you want to interview him?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
734 votes. Ron received 205 votes. Sebastian received 1,100.
Like it was ever in doubt.
Nathan received 153 votes. So Sebastian is elected our new community.
Do you mind if I ask if his name is spelled wrong and the E is the actual correct spelling?
Yes, I mind if you ask that.
Well done, Prune.
there's so many people there. I'd like to start off by thanking everyone who supported me, everyone who ran the elections, everyone was awesome, the SU, especially Laura, for putting up with all my lame questions. I'd like to especially thank the Islamic Society for being amazing. I'd like to thank the ACS. I'd like to thank the Dare to Think Alternative Think Tank. Please check it out, it's awesome. And I'd like to thank the FC. And I'd like to thank Roastery Hall. I really look forward to working towards my goals, representing everyone here, and I hope this is your progress for the LSESU. Thank you. Candidates, please head over to the pavilion room over there. Again, if you want
Oh, let me through.
Smile, how you feeling? Good. Pleased, right? Are we on air?
You are live on air. Say hello.
Brilliant. Well, congratulations first of all. It's good to have a namesake on the sabbatical officers committee. And well, I don't know, your thoughts first of all, you please?
Very pleased, thank you. Quite tired, but very pleased.
Seb, was this ever in doubt? Once Jade stepped out of the race, do you feel like Nathan didn't? I don't think he submitted the manifesto. Did you feel like you were ever going to lose?
Unsurprisingly, I've been. Should I put the mic to my
Oh well, yeah, up to you.
I've been asked this question a lot, but the main thing I felt was I wanted to keep it legit and really felt like I actually deserved it, so I kept campaigning hard to the end and I kept going to the hustings. But of course, it was a sigh of relief. But I still kept campaigning hard. There was always that little bit of doubt, so I kept. Yeah.
That's admirable. So you must have been the least nervous of all the sabbatical campaigners this evening.
To be fair though, a lot of my other friends were running the other campaigns, so I just started carrying the stress and weight of those campaigns instead. And so
excellent. So, a little bit of an awkward question. How do you feel about working with Alistair Duncan next year?
Honestly, I think he's an amazing guy. I truly respect his character, how he can compose himself on the stage, and I really think that's what got him the extra votes tonight. Yeah, I really look forward to it.
So, what do you think the first thing you'll do as a CNW officer will be?
One thing I really am proud of, and I'm proud of Anissa for, is how she's working on the school-wide welfare policy now. I've really worked to try and improve on that and expand on that. Another thing I really want to emphasize is I've already met with Jade. I thought some of her points were amazing, and I took on some of the things she wanted to see change. So I'll be working more with the disabled office as well, hopefully making it easier for disabled students who get to see as well.
Okay, well, I guess there you have it. Sebastian Brun, our new CNW officer, stepping into the big shoes left by Jack Tyndale and Anissa Mahmood. This is Loose TV, and I guess we're out, or I haven't got any more questions.
Okay, thank you, Seb.
Thank you very much.
I'm now going to take over. Thank you, Seb, and Seb, good luck.
Thank you, Seb.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Well done, mate.
I hope you... Hi, I have now with me Mark Malik, the newly elected disabled officer.
Yeah, of course.
Mark, how are you feeling?
Before the vote, I was feeling too sober. Now I'm not. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. How have you found the election process so far?
It has been absolutely draining. Like, since last Thursday, everything seems to have just become one day. Like, I have lost all sense of date, time, who I am, what my name is, where I come from, where I live. Like, just everything has just turned into a complete blur. And I'm looking forward to regaining function of my brain, which probably won't happen tomorrow. It may happen on Saturday.
And what's the first thing you're going to do?
The first thing I'm going to do is work with Marie White, the worthy opposition, and try and get some of her ideas on board. I think the problem with disability, like, I've liked time to change in the past, and I still do. It's about mental health issues. And I think the problem with that campaign, which I've raised also, is that sometimes certain mental health problems get more attention. Like, for example, depression, that most people can relate with, anxiety, OCD, which people say is a joke, and bipolar, which is what I've got, which is kind of a sexy thing that successful celebrities have. Things like schizophrenia, borderline personality disorder don't get mentioned that much. And that's just with mental health. And disability isn't confined to just mental health. there are various other disabilities other than the one that I've got, which are represented on campus and the population in general. So that's the first one I'm going to try and do. Raise awareness of other disabilities which are on campus, but probably don't have as big a profile as my disability has.
So how do you think LSE's dealt with disability so far?
I think the Disability Office does an absolutely fantastic job, but the problem is finding it. Like, for example, I went through my whole first year quite ill. I didn't even know that the Disability Office existed until after my first year of exams, when my psychiatrist emailed the Disability Office. And I think that's something that needs to be addressed. We need to raise awareness of the support that is available, because there is a lot of support that's available, but it's hard to access. One, because it's not publicised much, and two, because there's so many different bodies within the school and the SU which seem to exist in their own isolated bubbles. So as someone with a disability, it's hard to navigate that if you do find you have problems. So that's one thing. That is my priority to address, making sure that people who do have a disability are able to access the services and support that they need, which is already offered, but due to maybe the lack of communication or the lack of publicity, isn't as easy to access as what we would hope for.
And what are you most looking forward to in the next year?
I'm looking forward to building on what Jason has done, because I only decided to run like a month ago after I spent the whole day with Jade on the Time to Talk stand. And I thought, well, I hope the next disabled students officer is as good as Jade. It was only until the next day that I realised maybe I should run with it to make that happen. Prior to that, I've never considered running for a student union position. I always thought that elections were just messy and the whole procedure would just be completely vile. But yeah, so I'm hoping to build on what Jade has done and make things even better for disabled students and raise the profile of other disabilities.
Well, thank you, Mark, and congratulations again.
Thank you, and I am sorry, I apologise for being drunk.
I'll need to go celebrate.
Thank you.
Right, we get a quick picture of you looking very happy.
I am still in the green room. I am not entirely sure what's going to happen next. I believe it's a panel which are still being gathered as I speak. So we're going to have more commentary from me, which is brilliant. I will go outside. Josh is going to follow me with the camera.
Oh, that's
We're going to see what the crowd's like. And the atmosphere is electric. A lot of people just following us. I'm going to go roam with the crowd. Josh is just going to leave a static shot. Join us on Pulse Radio to listen to the live coverage.
We're all in live on Pulse Radio.
We're live on Loose TV, okay?
Hello, Loose TV watchers.
This is
Media Group with the Beaver as well.
Let's pass over.
We exist, Mike, okay? Loose TV exists. The Beaver.
We're passing over to Sophie from the Beaver. Sophie, here you go. Hello, folks. Thank you for coming on your panel.
I was wondering, here we have the President of the Politics Society, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Alistair Hughes, I'm President of the Politics Society.
Would a mic
yeah, we'll talk about a mic. That'd be good. Hi, I'm Alistair Hughes, I'm Head of Politics and Forum at LSE, and really good to be here on election night.
Hi, I'm Taufik, I'm the Vice President of the African Caribbean Society, and I'm glad to be here as well.
And I'm Matt White. I'm still in, right? I'm still the LSESU officer. Yeah, that's me.
So starting off with the President of the Politics Society, but this question applies to everyone. How do you feel that SU elections have been politicized, or do you feel they've been politicized at all?
Well, I have to say, I think it's great credit to the candidates that this election's been run in such a clean and sort of fair way. I think that the way that sort of politics and SU elections interact is something which we never lose, but we should also sort of make it about students, and I think that all the candidates have recognised that that is what we're here to do. We're trying to build a great community here at LSE. I mean, just out there, it's just the most amazing atmosphere tonight. Every single Lent elections, it's always like that. You really feel part of an LSE community, and so I think that's the big win tonight, not politics, not LSESU elections, community at LSE.
I mean, I found that politics hasn't actually been too bad a thing, because the way endorsements have run this year, it's really meant that the candidates need to focus on what societies need, and not just focus on maybe trying to get the AU vote. They actually try and tender their policies towards, so for instance, I run African Caribbean Society, and there's certain issues that you can say my members face before coming to uni, while at uni, and we have candidates trying to like tailor their policies. A lot of them came out to our AGM as well, so we got a feel for what kind of policies they wanted to bring down. So in terms of the election being political, I feel in a good way this year that the candidates have found a way to try and reach out to societies in ways that they haven't done in the past. So
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think it has been about the students and what the students have wanted. I think, especially as I was on Marnie's campaign team, especially for A&D, it was a really tight race. I don't think anybody really could have called it. And I think it just goes to show that sort of how important it is to sort of really boost that campaign the whole time, right up until 7 PM closing time. I think another thing is kind of like word of mouth doesn't really play a part. A lot of people had still very different views about who was going to, again I'm thinking about A&D, that a lot of people thought was sort of like Team Dennis, that Dennis had it in the bag, and actually goes to show that nobody really can call it at all until the very end, so yeah.
Great, thank you. Tafik, you hinted at this a bit, but I'm not sure if this is exactly where you're going. But recently the AU media group has been under some criticism of being kind of cliquey, kind of exclusive of the BME group that they label it here at LSE. This is again to all the candidates. How would you feel that this election, well, firstly, do you feel that this election has addressed that issue at all? And if so, how has it done that? And maybe I'd like to preface this question, going back a little. Is this actually an issue? Or is this just something that's kind of created?
So I'll probably answer your second question first. It's somewhat an issue that certain segments of our student body don't feel that they can get involved in certain aspects of student life at LSE. So for instance, the AU has a certain drinking culture, doesn't quite sit well with a few of our culture societies, a few of our religious societies. So in a sense, there needs to be a space where we feel we can engage somehow. And I feel that a lot of especially the AU presidents, the candidates who ran for that role, did try to address that. So I went to both the AGM for all the Hastings for the Islamic Society and for the African Caribbean Society, and they both hinted at things that they would do to ensure that we all feel that we can participate in the AU. And in terms of, what was your first question again?
Is this even an issue? Is this just something that somebody wrote and then everybody's talking about it? Or are they really addressing the issues that exist at LSE?
I mean, it is an issue, and we've seen that Claudia in the SU is actually running a small survey, so hopefully that comes up with a few results.
Yeah. We can just quickly wrap up. Ask if you have anything to say about addressing the minorities. You can just quickly go for it.
I mean, I think there is always the new, well, I still think there's a bit of critique there.
I'm really sorry they're now announcing the education officer. I'm just taking to the stage.
She is elected women's officer.
Right, we just finished the women's officer vote. She was elected. Come up on the microphone.
Yeah, just so you know, G's been elected women's officer.
Did you just win? You just won.
Cabin, indoor, and ground. There were 1,305 votes cast. There were 2 rounds. The threshold was 653 votes. In the first round, Taboo got 547 votes. Indoor got 631 votes. Raw got 127 votes. Raw was eliminated. In the final round, Taboo got 556 votes. Indoor got 642 votes. Indoor gets as our fifth international students officer. Okay. So now we're going to do education officer. I thought that would get good attention. Oh, shush. There were 6 candidates in this election. They were Ron, Nathan, Patricia, Thomas, Dan and Jason. There were 3 rounds of voting. There were 1,861 votes cast. So the quota in the first round is 931. In the first round, Ron received 62 votes. Nathan received 43 votes. Patricia received 227 votes. Thomas received 629 votes. Dan received 450 votes. Jason received 450 votes. At this stage, we say goodbye to Ron, Nathan and Patricia. In the second round, Thomas got 677 votes. Dan got 490 votes. Jason got 480 votes. At this stage, Jason was eliminated. In the third and final round, Thomas received 749 votes. Dan received 575 votes.
Thank you so much. It's been a crazy week. First of all, I'd like to thank my competitors. Everyone's been really courteous, been really nice. Yeah, everyone's been really great in that respect. Thank you for all the people that have helped me out, every society that endorsed me. That made a big difference tonight. Thank you so much for taking my voice seriously. Thank you to every person who handed out a leaflet for me, all the chobs, Vince, Jimbo, Owen, Sean, James, Josh, my beautiful girlfriend Jade, everyone who helped me out. Arnie, you built this train. We're going to ride it to Education Town. Thank you so much. I'm sure I've forgotten people. Thank you so much. Let's do this. Let's make LSE a better place to learn for everyone. Thank you.
And I will be back just after 10 for the
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you so much.
How does it feel to win?
I'm completely shell-shocked. I'm now stressing about. I thought I'd feel relaxed. I'm now stressing about the fact that I'm sure I've forgotten to thank some people on stage. Oh my God! I forgot to thank Freya. Make sure you tweet about Freya. She's been amazing. Yeah, Freya. No, yeah, she's been amazing. She's really helped me out. Yeah, I mean, I didn't do this on my own. It was a team, and my team were great. They were always behind me. And thank you especially to people like Mike Pearson, Tom Eden. They love it on my behalf and they really, really helped.
Just before the result, did you think you were going to win it?
No. I won't say who I thought would win it, but I didn't think I was going to win it. I can't believe it. I'm really shocked. I'm sure I made... Anyway, I'm really happy I won. yeah, I just now now have to spend less time dressed as a train and more time lobbying the school on things that are in my manifesto. Wow, I'm geeky when I'm happy, aren't I?
Yeah, just a bit.
But yeah, it's awesome. I can't believe it. I've got lots of people to hug, and thank you to everyone who voted for me. Yeah, I'm really, really happy. God, that's lame. That sounds boring, but I am genuinely.
How do you feel about beating Dan, Patricia, Jason?
Patricia has been the nicest person throughout this campaign. Patricia has been amazing. She's been really, really helpful. Dan in his heart is in the right place. He's an absolute legend. He really, really believes, and he knows what's right for education. Jason has the most amazing self-belief. I wish I could be as confident as him sometimes when he stands up in a room full of people. But yeah, and it was, the other thing was, I should say, to be really clear, it was a nice clean race. No one broke any of the rules, no one tried any underhand tactics. Everyone competed really fairly. Yeah, that's one of the most important things.
How are you going to celebrate? That is a big question here.
How am I going to celebrate? I think my flatmates are going to get very drunk, but they're not going to do so before I thank everyone. Oh my God, I forgot to thank Mo for lobbying for me, and I forgot to thank everyone in the AU. Harry Preston's been amazing. Both of the AU candidates have been amazing in supporting me. And I can't emphasise enough Arnie's train. I don't know if you know Arnie, he's in the Scandinavian Society, he built my train. It helped a lot. It helped a lot. Oh my God, and the other thing is Liam Hill. Liam Hill, I can't believe it, he's been working on about 3 campaigns. He's helped everyone, he's been really supportive, and he's a really good friend. Make sure you say that I thank those people, because now I feel really bad for not mentioning them on stage.
Well, if it's not, of course, we've got it on loose, so
awesome.
Either way, it's up.
Alright, and thanks to Mike, especially, you've really helped me.
Who is Mike?
My features editor. You might not have heard of him, I mean, he's not really a but he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Cheers, man. Cheers, man. Congratulations.
Thanks
Have a good night.
You too.
Cool.
Do I go out this way?
Gonna hand over to Sophie.
Do I go out this way?
Yeah, that way. Sorry. Cool. Gonna hand over to Sophie, who should be interviewing our women's officer.
Congratulations! Oh my God, thank you!
Welcome back to the Green Room. This time as our new women's officer. How does it feel?
It literally, I honestly, I burst into tears. I honestly didn't think I was going to. It feels really good, and it's really great that my mum and my grandma have come. So I've got 3 generations of women in my family assembled tonight. That's great.
So, how's the election race been for you so far?
You know what? It's been really good. I've really enjoyed getting to know all the other people who are running different races. And I'm pleased we campaigned so hard because a lot of people said to me, you've got a really strong campaign, you've got great posters, you've got great policies, you've got it in the bag from day one. And I said to my team, don't listen to everyone else saying, make sure we keep going hard till 7 o'clock on Thursday. And I'm really keen to do so. It's a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. A lot closer than everybody else was saying it's going to be. So there's 300 votes in it, which is not that much.
And what are you looking forward to most in the next year?
I'm really looking forward to doing all the things I've been sitting around for 2 years doing, waiting to do. I mean, I've literally wanted to campaign for this position since my second week at LSE, when I met the women's officer, the old women's officer, and she was doing the same degree as me in her 3rd year, and I kind of looked at her and I thought, if I look like you in my 3rd year, if I can do the things you're doing in my 3rd year, I will be very, very happy with my time at LSE, and so obviously I'm ridiculously happy to have achieved it.
So what's been your most looking forward to achieving next year?
I really want to make sure that more people get involved. First, more women get involved in student politics. Obviously I'm a government student, so that's a big thing. But also more women get involved all round in what a women's officer does. And I think really promoting what women do at LSE already. I don't have to change any of that, it's just about making sure people know about it. And I'm really looking forward to working with the other people who've been elected tonight. It's really really great wins. So I'm really looking forward to seeing them move that forward.
And what do you think the greatest challenge will be for you in the next year now you've been elected?
I honestly think the greatest challenge will be also the thing that I want to achieve most, which is getting different groups of women involved. I think that the women who've been involved in the past tend to be those who are sort of preaching to the choir. And I think it's going to be a lot harder to get groups of women involved who maybe don't feel that they need a women's officer, or perhaps feel excluded from work with women's officers. So I think it's going to be really difficult to reach out to those women and convince them to talk to me, to get involved in the work that I want to do in the student union. But I really hope that they will. I think it'll be great.
Thank you, Jay. I'll let you go celebrate now with your team.
Thank you so much.
Right, and now I think I have the Environment Ethics Officer in the wings for me. I'm just going to go check. Hi, I have with me Indo, your new Environment Ethics Officer. Congratulations. How do you feel?
Thank you very much. I'm quite surprised. I'm really excited. Just kind of, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, it's really buzzing on the phone.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what are you most looking forward to in the next year?
I mean, there's several things. Like, there's a lot I didn't want to do. So, one of the things was, basically, like, campaigning for scholarships for international students in LSE, just because that isn't there. KCL has one, CU has one, a lot of universities don't. LSE doesn't have that. And other things would be, I guess, more within the society, like LSE itself. As in, I know we have International Week, but on top of that, having events like that running throughout the year and just having that really active.
And so what do you think the biggest challenge will be?
The biggest challenge, definitely, I would say, campaigning for scholarships and lobbying for, say, unfair youth rights, because that, I looked into that a lot. There is, like, say, with petitions, there's a possibility of, like, if you get a lot of support for that, putting that forward through the council, but, I mean, that will be difficult, but the other way, I'm really excited.
And how have you found the election campaign so far?
I found it great. I mean, it's been very intense.
Yeah.
I've loved it though. I mean, I met a lot of great people. I think no matter how the results went, I would have really had that. Just because I learned a lot. It's been a great experience. And to be honest, anyone who hasn't done before, I would just encourage them to do it.
I mean, LSESU's been criticised for not having many international students run during the elections. Do you think the process has been a bit barring for you, or did you find it welcoming?
I can see why that is, in the sense that I would say the SU isn't, I would say the group that isn't in the SU isn't as international, just because I'd say they aren't exposed to it as much, just because like a lot of international I talk to, some of them I don't know it's an SU, some of them just, you know what I mean? So there is that sense it's not really exposed to them as much, so I can see that, and also I'd say maybe it could be a bit intimidating for some.
So is it something that you're going to work on to make sure that people know that you exist and that you're there for them?
Definitely. I think that is something for sure. Because international students, I feel, obviously I don't want to jump on this, but
yeah, of course. It's a huge community.
Exactly. But even within society, the SU, sometimes they do feel they don't have a place. And so I would really encourage that. I mean, that's one of the biggest policies.
Well, I'm going to let you go celebrate now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming to us.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was Indo, your new internationals officer. Your environmental ethics, as I mistakenly said before. I have had quite a few drinks tonight. Now, we are waiting for the final finale, which will be the GenSec, the anti-racism officer, and the RAG president. The GenSec race this year has been incredibly tight, with Musty, Nona, Lanoy, and Sam Barnett still in the race.
No, the overhead's not working.
Oh, so we just have
It's literally just this.
Oh, isn't it so cool?
The overhead hasn't worked since C&W was announced.
G's gonna win. G.
She has one, has she?
German one did.
Oh, okay.
It's women's interimism and...
No, she has. She was just interviewed.
Okay, fair enough.
She's definitely won.
She's what? Okay. Good for her. Lovely.
It's RAG president, AU president. No, RAG president.
RAG. Gonna be Katie.
Yeah.
Like Darth.
And then Jensen.
And interimism. I can't get out.
The Wi-Fi down here is awful.
Superb. Okay, so this time we are doing our results for RAG President, Anti-Racism Officer and General Secretary. We are going to start with the RAG President. For RAG President, there were 3 candidates and there was 1 place to be elected. The candidates were Katie, Loni and John. There were 1,468 votes cast. The threshold in the first round was 734 votes. There was 1 round of voting. In round 1, Katie received 1,080 votes. Loni received 208 votes. John received 180 votes. Katie Butt is therefore elected our new we are now going to do the results for anti-racism officer. There were 4 candidates in this election. Samir, Esther, Harry, and John. There were 1,560 votes cast. There were 2 rounds of voting. The threshold was 780 votes. In round 1, Samir got 562 votes. Esther got 609 votes. Harry got 257 votes. John got 132 votes. John and Harry were eliminated. In round 2, Samir got 632 votes. Esther got 688 votes. Okay, we are now going to do the results for General Secretary. There were 6 candidates in this election. They all ran incredible campaigns. The candidates were Ron, Abby, Sam, Lorna, Loney and Musty. There were 2,045 votes. The quota in the first round was 1,023. There were 2 rounds of voting. In the first round, Ron received 57 votes. Abby received 20 votes. Sam received 762 votes. Nora received 800 votes. Nora received 48 votes. Musty received 358 votes. So unfortunately we say goodbye to Abby, Loney, Ron and Musty. In the final round there were 65 votes in it. Sam got 872 votes. Nora got 950.
I've got a list. Ellen, Emily, Jamie, Lena, Mariam, Ollie Hill, Ravi, Roshi, Sam and Lucia. Thank you. And then there's people who put in more effort. So Sally Bonsall, you are amazing. Who doesn't even vote him? I edited my video and made an own nomination. So thank you. Kavita and Mariam, my housemates. Yeah, Patricia was them. And James Davies, who's been on my campaign team. The biggest thank you has to go to Katie, Bud and James were. Thank you, Robbie. Casey is going to do such an amazing job with Rag, and James, like, hey, I think you're really great. LSESU has changed my life, and I want to change LSESU for the better. I will work for the students. I want to make this place great. So thank you so much to everyone who's spoken to me. And also, well done to Sabs for running a great campaign. So thank you.
Hello everyone, I have with me your new General Secretary, Nona. Nona, how are you feeling?
Absolutely surreal. I can't believe I am LSESU's General Secretary.
I can hear your voice moving there. It's really an emotional night for you.
Yes. Yeah, I guess, like, people who run Humans of LSE interviewed me, and it's like, yeah, in my first year, I nearly left because I hated this place, and then I covered the Beaver elections, and I thought the Sabs were a load of rubbish, and now I'm here as General Secretary. So yeah.
So what are you most looking forward to now that you're General Secretary?
Getting started, like, with RAG this year, it's just been so much fun working with students and meeting new people, and like, I just genuinely just want to get started and get a plan about how we're going to do this. Oh my god, I can't believe this! God, I'm going to work at LSESU! Yeah.
So it's a tight race. This year's election campaign has probably been the most contested in the 3 years I've been here at least. How's it been for you? It's been quite stressful?
It's been a highly personalised election, and it's been very tough to fight, so I'm really glad. I was glad that it ended anyway, regardless of the result. But you know, the people who ran Sabs campaign, they're also my friends, and just I hope that we'll be friends after this.
I hope so too. How are you feeling tonight?
I don't know. I honestly don't know how I'm feeling right now.
Well, you told us earlier you were going to celebrate with karaoke.
Oh my god, if I could do that, that would be the best thing ever. Perfect way to end the night, yeah.
It's a shame we can't ask Anderson to hook up the PA system tonight.
I'd get out on that stage. I really would.
I think the mic's still out there. Do you want to go? I'm
going to show you a team will jump on you.
So what do you think your biggest challenge will be next year?
I think it's working with the school because my policy aims are really ambitious, and it's just working with those structures and things that are in place.
I mean, you just said that it's been quite a tight campaign. We've been looking to the other candidates' manifestos, seeing if there's any good ideas from there.
There are some really, really good ideas put forward, and I think everyone has something to offer. So, like, I don't have all the answers, and I think it would be good to just share ideas and things.
And you'll be heading up quite an interesting team next year. You've got Thomas, Seb, and Alistair Duncan. How are you feeling about that?
They're going to be amazing to work with, really amazing. Alistair's a really good friend of mine, and he's going to be so good for getting people involved. Tom, like, he's been in my philosophy classes, he's a great guy, and Seb as well, just all adds something different. So, yeah, it's going to be a really, really good team.
Hey, do you want to just say one last thing to our viewers before I let you go back to your team to celebrate?
Thank you so much. That's all I can say, just thank you.
Alright, thank you, Nova. Congratulations again.
Can we get a quick portrait, please, for the...
Make it look good, because this is sticking with
Yeah.
me. Take my word for it.
It will be all over the Beaver. Front page, front page.
No.
There we go. Are we blue?
Mate, I'm going Jensen!
We are still live now, I apologise. Emotions are high at the moment. It has been a tight race. No, it's trying to go for your team.
Smile, get used to it. Golden pies. How was it?
Thank you.
Right. That is all for this year's exciting elections race. We have 4 new SAM positions. We have Nona as your Gen Sec, Thomas as your Educations Officer, Seb as your Communities and Welfare, and Alistair Duncan as your Activities and Development. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's coverage. We hope you're not too disappointed by the results, and celebrate with